Okay then, my little cupcakes, let's do this. And that is how it's done. Uh-oh, incoming. Here we go. Well, that's refreshing. What a nice change. It's just a shame it's never always like that, though. Roll the tape. Da 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 wop wop wop. Campers! I fucking hate them. Space. What the fuck is this guy doing? See, this is what I'm saying. What the fuck was that? Oh man! This is how they roll! Pro beast! Wow! Da 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 wop 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 wop. Fuck! The problem with being a half-decent player, which I think I am, is that sometimes you have to endure the good with the bad, and vice versa, as this example will show. Textbook message incoming, let's have a listen.
Check your modded controller off, or check your mods off, or I'm going to report you and get your Xbox Live account blocked permanent so you won't be able to use it, and you won't be able to use your IP address. Understand plain English?
Now, I'm of the theory that you should take it like a man, you know? Anything, whatever it is, take it like a man, take it with your boots on. If you get into a fight with a couple of guys, or even one, and you get a bit of an ass kicking, you take it on the chin, you take it like a man, you dust yourself off, move on, and plot your revenge at another date, or make peace with him. Break bread. Probably spit on the bread, but break bread all the same. But as far as sending weeny little messages crying in your beer, no, loss of man points to the extreme. Big time. Look, you guys have seen my Rage and Fails videos, okay? I don't make any bones about it. If I get beaten, whether it be fair and square, whether it be just completely ridiculous, I lose myself, I lose my temper, I scream, I shout, I bawl, I throw controllers, the batteries fall out, and, you know, the console gets turned off. It's as simple as that. But sometimes I can actually turn around and go, whoa, good, you know, fair play to you, well done. I don't know how you pulled that off, but you managed to. The better man won at the end of the day. Or better lady, in some respects. The one thing I don't do is when somebody beats me fair and square, and it's obvious they're probably the better player at that day, or just better player overall, or maybe they had the better connection on their side and I was, I don't know, lagging out, just whatever reason or excuse I can think to come up with of why I lost that fight, because generally I will make an excuse up. It's not very often I'll turn around and say that was because he was a better player than me. It's like, no, it was because you were streaming Netflix, wasn't you? Yes, you next door probably picking my wife up. You know, I'll come up with some random excuse just to make myself feel a little bit better, but I most certainly will not pick up my pad and start banging out a little, I don't know, sweet little message to remind the other player of what a pathetic community this Call of Duty community is. You know, people just can't take being beaten. Now, at no point in this game, or these couple of games that I played against this chap, did he really stand out to me. Only when I went back and actually watched the gameplay, I noticed that most of the time he was physically camping, you know, he was taking refuge in rooms, throwing shock charges, betties down, taking as much cover as he possibly could, with as much protection around him as possible, just in case of any intruders to walk in the room that they, you know, he's got the upper hand straight away. If that's his comfort zone, then, you know, I can deal with that. I can find ways around it, as I did, but I can deal with it. But don't go throwing accusations that I'm hacking or modding. I'm not a hacker or modder. I've said before, I don't hack, I don't mod, I don't do shit. I think smart. I try to think smart anyway. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but it's all about thinking outside the box. My favourite manoeuvre is a flank. I love getting around the back of the map and, you know, turning it back on the enemies, walking in and having 3 people looking out of a window, completely oblivious to what's going to happen to them in about 0.5 seconds or so. But if you're going to camp, Take it like a man. Take what's coming towards you. I used to work with this guy called Sid. Sid60s his gamer tag was. Now, you know, he used to work with me and we used to talk about Xbox Live, and I used to tell him all the fun features that were in Call of Duty 4, and he'd never really ventured into the online gaming world. He never had a console or anything like that, but he was absolutely mesmerised by my stories about all the banter between nations and countries and sexes and things like that. You know, what are you on about, you fucking crumpet eating, tea drinking faggot, and shut up, you fat fucking gas pumping yank, and things like that were just going over the internet, and people calling women bitches and women calling men small dick mofos or whatever was going on. It was fun to listen to. More in the Call of Duty 4 scene, people have obviously quietened down a little bit more, so he wanted in on this. However, he'd never played any console game in his life. He bought Call of Duty, he bought an Xbox 360, and he invited me into his one of his games. We added each other, and he camped hard. You know, he camped so fucking hard, and there was two reasons why he camped. The first one was because he was absolutely shit at the game and he had no clue of how to play. All he knew what to do was figured out how to aim and sort of look down the sight, look over walls, lie down on the floor, look underneath chicken baskets and things. But the other reason why he camped, because he wanted that reaction. He wanted people's reactions because that's what he fed off. He fed off negativity. He was a negative prick. Now, whenever people would get the drop on him or beast him, or if I played against him in a game of free-for-all, which was his favourite game, you know, and I used to come around the back of him, teabag him and kill him, he would just take it, he would laugh about it, and he'd say, I probably deserve that, you know, I'm camping, I'm doing it to be a twat, it's as simple as that. And I think that's maybe what this guy needs to do, you know, get a reality check, have a look in the mirror. I camp, therefore I am, therefore I will take what's coming to me. This community is so toxic, but I still fucking love it. Absolutely love it. Good messages, bad messages, I don't give a shit. It's always worth an upload. Thanks for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.